draw. In the previous video we managed to explain like how to recognize the chromosomes like from 1 to 46, but in this video I will more I'm gonna draw them. I will draw like from chromosome 1 to 46 for you to see how you can easily recognize them. So the other thing is, when you draw something or you write it down, you can easily remember it. Yeah, so I'm gonna draw how chromosome 1, 5, 10, 22 and so forth looks like, and then at home you can also try to memorize them and close your notes and draw them also, and you will, I'm sure you will really keep the image in your mind. It's just gonna become so easier. So yes, if you haven't yet subscribed, join the family, and yeah, let's get to the video. Hi there, welcome to the second part of karyotyping. So in this second part we're going to draw. Remember in the previous video I introduced all the 46 chromosomes that we have, the sets of chromosomes in a single metaphase when it comes to a normal individual. Yeah, so I also trying to explain the centromere a little bit. So in this video we are actually going to draw. So the best way to remember certain things when you are learning something is to draw them. When you draw something, you do remember. If you're not gonna remember 100%, you will at least going to remember 50% or 75%. So drawing things and writing them down when you're learning them is the key to being able to remember them, especially for assessment. So in this video, in the second part, we're basically gonna draw all our 46 chromosomes so that we may be able to remember them. Okay, are you ready? Let's start. I'm really hoping that you'll be able to see. I don't know if I should bring this book close like this. Okay, so we have 46 chromosomes in a normal cell chromosome for a normal individual that we're gonna draw. So let me just do this. Like I explained in the previous video, we have our chromosome 1, we have our chromosome 2, a chromosome 3. This is our metacentric. Can I just write it down here? So metacentric, our metacentric. And then we have our chromosome 4, we have our chromosome 5 here. I'll call them Sabi. Oh, sorry, Sabi to you, subscriber. Chromosomes that are metacentric. And then we have the second row will be from chromosome 6. We have our chromosome 7, chromosome 8, chromosome 9. We have our 10, 11, 12, and then we have our sex chromosome. So if it's a female, we're going to have 2 X's, and if it's a male, we're going to have 1 X and 1 Y. But I would prefer this to be a male so you can get a chance to see how X chromosome looks like as well as how a Y chromosome looks like. Then we move to our acrocentric chromosome. We have our 13, 14, and 15. And then we have our 18 and 17. And then we have our 19. We have our 20, 21, our 22, as well as our Y chromosome. Okay. Disclaimer, my drawing is pretty bad, so don't focus on how ugly they are or they may be. Just focus on important features that I will be explaining for each and every chromosome. Features that will help you get to know your chromosome a little bit deeper if you are learning about them. For this is chromosome, things that worked for me, tips that worked for me while learning that may also work for you. So shall we start? So our chromosome 1, like I said, okay, I was gonna say like I said in the previous video. Anyway, Our chromosome 1 will be our longest chromosome. So in a set like this, for instance, this is one of the metaphases where I think it's amniotic fluid that was cultured in the lab. So in a set like this, if you've been given a metaphase like this, and then you probably have 46 chromosomes if it's a normal patient, and then your longest chromosome will always be from your chromosome 1 to 5. So when you look at it like this, what can you see? What is your longest chromosome? When I look at it, I see this one. This is like my longest. This will be my chromosome 1. And then I have to look for my other chromosome, my chromosome 1 as well. And this looks my chromosome 2. It's the second longest one, you see. And then after I have to look for the other 2. This is my chromosome 2. Then I move to my chromosome 3. And then I'm looking for my other chromosome 3. It's here. So this is how it goes. So your first, where's the drawing page? So your first longest will be 1. Second longest will be your second chromosome 2. Your third longest, and so forth. Yeah. But I have noticed, like in many set of chromosomes, sometimes, in my opinion, I see like 4 and 5 are a little bit longer as well compared to 3. But from 1 to 5 will be your longest in a set like this. Okay, so here we can draw. I'm just checking. Yeah, so your chromosome 1 will have this fluffy beginning. Okay, I'm gonna just keep it simple so you can recognize it easily. So if you look at your chromosome 1, we'll have this fluffy part, you see here, something like that. And there will be I'm just giving you maybe 2 features so you can easily remember it. This part will be fluffy, yeah, especially if you have to compare it to chromosome 2. And there will be dark band here after the centromere that will make it so prominent. And the centromere is just here in the middle. The centromere is centrally located. That's why we're even calling it a metacentric. We'll have this fluffy part here at the beginning. The centromere is centrally located, and there will be a dark band here. That will be another indication, and obviously we'll have other bands that will follow. So moving to your chromosome 2, your chromosome 2 is your second largest chromosome. So an important feature about this chromosome will be the presence of lots of bands. So chromosome 2 has lots of band, but also as I kept on staring at chromosome, I realized that there's sort of a space like between there's like a level of clear space, close to the centromere. But then you remember one thing: your chromosome 2 is your second longest chromosome in a set of chromosome, or in a metaphase, we can call it that way. It's gonna have lots of band, really lots of band. Yeah. So your chromosome 3, I always struggle to draw this one. Oh gosh. I call it personally double window. It looks like it looks like a double window to me. Yeah, my drawing. Oh my gosh. Which school teaches people how to draw? I need to go do some training. So it's like it has a window here. There's this dark band that is also prominent. And there's like a window. The same thing repeats itself here as well. There's a dark band and there's like a window. Yeah. So I'm not gonna confuse you, but I was gonna say that for chromosome 6, we're also gonna see a window, but it's gonna be small. At the beginning, I used to confuse chromosomes 3 with 6 until I start calling my chromosome 3 as being my double window and chromosome 6 being my single window. So yeah, it's kind of looks to me like we have like sort of a double window. We have this prominent dark band, and then we have like a window. And the same thing that is going on the P arm does repeat itself on the Q arm. So yeah, And then yeah, your chromosome 6 will actually have like one window only, but we're gonna get to it. Moving to your chromosome 4, it's also part of your longest chromosomes, metacentric. So if I'm gonna draw it like this, your chromosome 4 will have this dark band here, you know, and then it's close to the centromere. The centromere is also dark. You're gonna see a dark centromere, and then you're gonna see bands even after the centromere. Chromosome 4, did you see? I'm hoping. So chromosome 5, yeah, Nicole, come on. How do you? Chromosome 5. So not to confuse with chromosome 4, because chromosome 5 is also a dark band, but it's a little bit close to the top part. It's somewhere here. You see, it's a little bit up compared to chromosome 4. And another feature is this long space that you're going to notice. Let me just do it like this. Yeah. So you're going to notice like I used to call it like a clear space. It's so prominent around the centromere. There's like a clear space compared to chromosome 4, where you will see a dark centromere and also bands so close to the centromere. But here they aren't really prominent dark band close to the centromere. Like you end up seeing this empty clear space, and then obviously you're going to see or have other bands there. Okay, so how are we doing so far? Are we okay? And then we have our chromosome 6. Yeah. Look how I'm drawing chromosome 6. I'm just hoping that you get the message, because if you focus on my drawing, you will be laughing. By the time we finish this video, you will be like, oh, this was the... Anyway, remember what I said about chromosome 3? We have, like, for me, I used to call it double window. So for chromosome 6, we have like a single window. It pops. You're going to see it. And then we, eventually have bands. But the window is like one. It's like one on top. But then for your chromosome 3, you're going to have like sort of double window situation. So you get one on the P arm, you get another one on the Q arm. But then here, you're just going to get like a window on your P arm. So not to confuse the 6 with 3, because I used to at the beginning. Okay, moving to chromosome 7. So chromosome 7, not to be confused with chromosome, with chromosome, can I just do this again? Yo, gosh. If chromosome were human, by now they would be so mad at me. Anyway, so there we go. Okay, so chromosome 7 will have a dark band, but it's gonna be at the edges. You see, the band is right at the edges, right on top. Look, it's gonna be something like this. This is like the first feature you're gonna remember about chromosome 7. The band is gonna be at the edges, not to confuse with chromosome 5. You see, there is a band, a dark band as well, but it's not at the edges as on chromosome 7. You see, on chromosome 7, the band is really at the edge. And then another feature you're going to also need to remember, important feature, is the 2 dark band that you're going to get here. You see, this band is it's like keyword, it's like window here. We have like window, keyword. You see, we have a dark band that is at the edges. Yeah, you get it? Yeah. So for chromosome 8, features that will help you to actually to actually remember chromosome 8 will be, the first thing is we have this fluffy part. This is the P arm part of a chromosome. So this POM will be like fluffy. Yeah. And the second feature that will help you will be this dark band here. Chromosome 8 has a dark band here. This band just makes it obvious that it does belong to chromosome 8. It's like, yo, me, chromosome 8. So this dark band here, this fluffy part of the chromosome will be like your two main features. This is how you're going to recognize them. And then we have your chromosome 9, which I call a bottle because of the long neck. You see, not to confuse with chromosome X, you can easily. Chromosome 9 will have this long neck here. You see, yeah, it's gonna have a band here, it's gonna have band, and the other thing is it has two bands here, two dark permanent band, not to confuse with chromosome X. Yeah, the bands in chromosome 9, they are close to one another compared to the one on chromosome X. So it has this long neck here to make a difference. Moving to chromosome 10, features that will easily help you remember to differentiate them will be the dark band that comes here. So right after the centromere, my hand is hurting. I've been holding the book against the camera so I can draw for you guys. This is how much I love you guys, my Sabi. That's why you must subscribe and show support and comment in the section below so you can show support. Anyway, so underneath the centromere we have this dark band that really pops. There will be bands, yes, but this will just make it a statement that it is cross chromosome 10. You see, like this long neck will pop on chromosome 9 and these two bands close to one another for chromosome 9, but for chromosome 10 you're going to see this dark band right underneath the centromere, which is going to make it obvious that it is your chromosome 10. Do you understand? Yes. So moving to chromosome 11, yo, this is my worst drawing ever. I'm trying. Yeah, I've been practicing on how to draw this without. So I'm gonna explain 11. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna explain 11 together with 12 so we don't get to confuse them, because I used to confuse these two guys because they used to look like twins to me. You see. Okay, my arm. Anyway, so your chromosome 11 looks like your chromosome 12. The first feature is there's a band here, a solid big band. So on your chromosome 11, this band will be a little bit down or close to the edges. So I'm going to put it here. You see, on your 11, I'm going to put it here. But on your chromosome 12, this band will be a little bit up. You see. So this dark band here, that is part of your Q arm of the chromosome. On your chromosome 11, it's going to be down. On your chromosome 12, it's going to be up, a little bit up. The second feature to remember, it's the head. Chromosome 11, the head will be big compared to, sorry, I'm saying the head. The P-arm. The P-arm will be, okay, you can call it the head if it's going to be easy for you to remember. The P-arm going to be big, but this is going to be small. Got it? Yes. Big, small. Huh? This band drops, this goes up. Anyway. Moving to chromosome 13. So I used to call chromosome 13 a beer. This is how I was able to memorize it. For me, it looks like a beer that has liquid inside, but it's not full. You see, this is how I used to call it. But you're going to remember, it's an acrocentric chromosome. The centromere is almost right there on top, and there's two prominent dark bands here. These bands are quite big. So yeah, if you don't remember the beer thing, remember there's two dark bands here. They're also big. It's acrocentric, and those bands just pops. So for your chromosome 14, how does 14 looks like again? Okay, it's so easy. it's like we have two bands, but we have like a gap, you know. It's like there's a gap between these two bands. So whenever you look at a set of chromosomes, you look at any of your metaphors like this, you see a chromosome that has, okay, we're gonna look for 14. Yeah, I think this will be of chromosome 14. You see, it has this dark band on top here, and then we have this other band. It is like a space between them. Okay, yeah. So yeah. So chromosome 15, it's almost like 14, but in a reverse way. You see, we still have like this small bottle situation going on, but the bands are right on top here. You see your bands are right on top here. And then we have our chromosome 18. Woo, look at what I wrote here. First we have 17, then we have 18. Chromosome 17, then chromosome 18. So chromosome 17, we have something like this. It's like a centric going on here. But the best way to remember your 17 is this band here. It has a band that pops, makes it obvious that it is chromosome 17. But this band is lighter. If you have to compare it to your chromosome 18, this band will be lighter. Your chromosome 18 will have two bands. I'm going to draw it now. But those bands will be dark and extremely prominent. Okay. And it just like I keep on saying, it's just going to make it obvious. Like, hey, baby, I am chromosome 18. And not to be confused with anybody anyhow. They just make it obvious that they belong there. You see, these bands will be dark and prominent compared to 17. Okay, so we're moving to 19. My first chromosomes that I learned, 19 and 16. So yeah, because they look like flower. I don't know if I'm supposed to draw a flower as well. Yo, 19 will look like this. So there will always be this dark band. This dark band will just pop and make it obvious. Okay, hey, I'm chromosome 19. I have this dark centromere location. And then, you know, I'm 19. Just know me the way I am. I look like a flower. And your chromosome 10, 20 will pop. Or always in set of 2. Remember? They're always in set of 2. Oh, do you want me to draw them in a set of 2, or you already know? Okay, let's finish first and I'm gonna add. So your 20 will have such an important feature. It also looks like a, like you see when you're downloading something, you get this icon or a flower, whatever. But there will be this dark band on top here that will just make it obvious to you that, hey, I'm chromosome 20. Dark band here. You see. And then we have our chromosome 21. I call it a drop. It looks like a drop to me, but it has a band here, a very dark prominent band here. So I always love when we have like a trisomy 21. They look so cute, chromosome, because they're like 3 drops here that lines up like this when we have trisomy 21, which means we have an extra copy of the chromosome. But this is not the topic of today. Today we just need to know our chromosome individually. So 21 looks like drops, but they will have these dark bands that are so prominent there. And then we have our 22. I always see 22 like sweet little female chromosome. You see, it looks like this. It also has a dark, yeah, almost like a 21. But the thing is, it's lighter than 21. You see, look at the centromere. The color, the intensity is quite lighter compared to 21. Yeah. And then we have our Y chromosome, which looks to me like a small version of it. To me, it looks like a small version of chromosome 18. You see, if I'm looking for trisomy 18, So I kind of look at my Y chromosome, like, make sure it's not your Y chromosome before you assume or you say that this is your trisomy 18. So it's going to be almost like, yeah, it comes like a little bit of difference, something like that. Not really good drawing, but yeah. So since they're always in pairs, we're gonna have to add all the chromosomes that are missing, so they can be in the pairs, and then we can complete this. So I'm hoping that you understand something. If you have any question, do not hesitate. You can write them in the section below. Please don't stay quiet if you have anything to add, or watch in silence on the side like a stranger. Subscribe, join the family. Comments if you would like to see similar videos, let me know. I will be happy to shoot them for you. But I think the key with this, with karyotyping, just practice. The more you practice, are you even able to see me? The more you practice, the more you will get there. I remember first day of training. Was it first day? No, job shadowing. Yeah. I was like impressed. I was like, how am I going to know this individually? And my mentor, the lady who was training me, oh, she's so good. She told me it comes with practice. And then I said to myself, I have to become like her. So I kept on practicing. And then my few nights of in service, I started dreaming about chromosomes. I remember she asked me, did you started dreaming about chromosome yet? I was in my mind like, am I supposed to dream about them again? Then I'm like, okay. I thought about printing a picture of chromosome, pasting them on my wall, looking at them every day, so I can actually remember them. But no, I kept on pushing and pushing, even when I would confuse 9 and X. This is my 12. Woo! I'm so glad that I remember we didn't draw our chromosome X. So our chromosome X, can you see? Just all this like this. I'm looking for focus. Yeah, you can see now. So chromosome X will be like this. Hey. So like we said, it's gonna have like, okay, let me just draw both of them. Hey, it's drawings. We have like sunglasses situation going on here, and then we have like this beginning area, not to confuse with chromosome 9, because the bands here on the the other bands, the other significant band on the Q arm will not come close to this one, like it is the case on chromosome 9. You see, on chromosome 9, on Q arm, these two bands are actually close to one another. Yeah, they're close to one another. But when it comes to chromosome X, you will see that the other following significant band will be somewhere here. So the bands will not be close to each. They can even get closer, but not as close as on chromosome 9. So chromosome X, not to be confused with chromosome 9. They are different. So yeah. Chromosome 13, like I said, sort of a bottle situation thing. But we have two dark bands there. And then here, we have one band, another one here. Chromosome 15, like I explained, things going on there. 17 looks like your 18, but it's this light band here. And then we have your 18. The bands are, can you see? Let me check. Yeah, okay. And your 18, those bands are extremely dark, and the intensity is the bands are really intense compared to other band. So this is it. We are done. So if you haven't yet, please watch other videos where the part 1 when I explain each and every chromosome. And then we also have part 3 where I actually cut the chromosome. We cut them together and we perform the actual karyotyping. Yeah, we cut them and then we place them where they should belong. So you're welcome to watch that video as well. I hope it helps you. And yeah, so I will see you in those videos. Thank you so much. So basically we did this. Yeah, basically we did draw them the way they are here. Okay, see you in those videos. Well, that was quite a nice challenge or interesting part of the video. I think you had fun. I just hope that you practice what we share in this video. Really, if you can draw them, you will recognize them. So I didn't really go much in depth, but I just thought, you know, to share something. It's like a tip that can actually help you as you're trying to learn your chromosomes and know them individually. Karyotype is not difficult. The key is practice. The more you practice, the more you're going to perfect the whole thing. Yeah, so don't quit, don't give up. Maybe it's gonna look hard, just, you know, keep pushing until you get the expected results, which will come only if you practice. There's no magic. Practice more, karyotype more, analyze often, and then you're gonna get it. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe and join the family, share it to friends, and so that they can also learn and practice if they need. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.